Let's talk about LifeLock versus Experian. Of course, we are speaking about identity theft protection. And in today's conversation, the question is, should you actually buy LifeLock or actually subscribe to Experian? So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. So LifeLock versus Experian, which one is best for you? The thing is that identity theft protection services like Norton, LifeLock, and Experian Identity Works can help you catch identity theft in its early stages or remediate an issue if you become a victim, right? I mean, these days you never know. Stuff happens. You have a lot of players on the dark web who are willing to actually take advantage of scams or willing to take advantage of data breaches. So LifeLock has great support options, including a community forum that we actually found invaluable. Experian, on the other hand, can work with any budget, providing basic, essential monitoring with its free plan. And so the thing is that when you think about LifeLock versus Experian Identity Works, at a glance, these two ID theft protection services have a lot of similarities, but some key differences may matter to your situation. And so if you are, let's say, on a tight budget, you may want identity protection from Experian because Experian has a free plan. Experian is definitely for you if you want to monitor your FICO score. On the other hand, LifeLock comes from Norton and can be used on its own or bundled with Norton's other security products such as antivirus. And Norton has so many options, providing a slew of support options to fit your preferences. So this is what it is. So when you think about LifeLock, think about the best support options. When you think about Experian Identity Works, think about this is best for those who are on a budget. Okay, so the price here, LifeLock, you have a $7 to $38 per month for the first year. For Experian, you're looking at $25 to $34 per month. Identity theft insurance up to $3 million. Experian up to $1 million. You have credit monitoring. That's with those two services. That's great. You also have 3 bureau credit reports. So either on LifeLock or Experian, you have 3 bureau credit report. You have credit score. So on LifeLock and Experian, you have identity recovery also. You also have dark web alerts, and you also have social media accounts alerts. So you have the same protection, okay? That's really important to think about. So when we talk about LifeLock versus Experian, let's first talk about the LifeLock pros and cons, and then I'll talk to you about the Experian Identity Works pros and cons, so you have a better idea about this service versus another one. So when you think about the pros, LifeLock, the pros, you have $3 million in insurance. So if there's anything were to happen, if you're a victim of a data breach, you could actually, and your data was misappropriated and was used inappropriately, you can get up to $3 million in insurance. You have a variety of support options. I mean, Norton has been in the industry for many, many years now, or even decades. And you also have a home title monitoring. So with LifeLock, you have a home title monitoring. So that's really good. If you're a homeowner, you will love that aspect of things. What about the drawbacks here? When you think about LifeLock, LifeLock shares your data. So you might receive solicitations from third parties. You might have, for instance, some credit card offers. So if you're trying to really protect your privacy, this could be a little problematic. And you also have expensive renewal pricing. So LifeLock actually lures you in with something with an abysmally low price, only to actually increase the price upon renewal. So be very careful here. If you are going to go with LifeLock, you have to expect a higher amount at renewal. So what about the Experian Identity Works pros and cons? The pros first. You have a service that's reasonably priced in our view, especially when compared to a LifeLock. You have lots of useful features, and you also have a free plan. Okay, so that's really good in terms of possibilities. We love that a lot. And what about the drawbacks here? If you were to go with LifeLock, I mean not LifeLock. If you were to go with Experian Identity Works, what are the drawbacks here? Well, you have a lackluster customer support, which is really different from what you get with LifeLock. And there is no plan for couples without children. So they seem to cater to a specific target audience, if you will. I want to really go back to the cost. So when we talk about the LifeLock versus Experian Identity Works, what are the prices here? I think I said this to you a little earlier, but I want to really go back because it's really important to have a clear idea of what you're paying for, right? So basically, if paid annually, LifeLock actually costs between $7.50 to $38 per month for the first year. For the first year, very important. Experian doesn't have an annual possibility to pay. Okay, if paid monthly, it goes from $12 to $79 per year, and Experian is charging you a $25 to $35 per month. Okay, and the best value plan here is the Ultimate Plus, starting at $19.99 per month, billed annually for the first year. And the best value here with Experian is the premium for $24.99. So something to think about. $24.99 per month. And identity theft insurance, I said this to you before, is up to $3 million for a LifeLock and up to $1 million for Experian. And this is kind of important. So LifeLock, when you think about LifeLock, think about a service that offers a lot. Each of the plans actually is intended for a single person. Couples receive the same features per person, and family plans include special features for children. And each family plan can cover up to 5 children. And LifeLocks offer a 60-day money-back guarantee for annual plans and a 14-day money-back guarantee for monthly plans. So you have the Standard, the Advantage, and the Ultimate Plus. So the Standard, this is the basic coverage with identity theft insurance, ID and social security number alerts, and 1 bureau credit monitoring. Identity theft insurance is up to $1.05 million. And then the Advantage, you have everything in the Standard plan, plus identity lock, phone takeover monitoring, alerts on crime in your name, and buy now, pay later alerts. Identity theft insurance here is up to $1.2 million. And then you have the Ultimate Plus. So you have everything in the Advantage plan, plus credit scores, 3 bureau credit monitoring and reports, investment and 401k alerts, home title monitoring, and social media takeover alerts. Identity theft insurance up to $3 million. So what about Experian Identity Work Plans? What we have seen is that Experian is surprisingly robust, given it's one of the 3 major credit bureaus. The plans that we actually have seen cover 1 person, except for the family plan, which covers an additional adult and up to 10 children. And I mean, we wish Experian offered a plan for couples without children like LifeLock does. The paid plans offer a 7-day free trial to try out the features before committing to the service. And so you have the free, the premium, and the family. So the free, you have basic coverage with Experian credit report, FICO scores, FICO score monitoring, credit monitoring and alerts, dark web surveillance reports, and personal privacy report. The premium, you have everything in the free plan plus $1 million in identity theft insurance, 3 bureau credit monitoring, alerts and scores, lost wallet assistance, monthly privacy scans and data removal services, FICO score tracker, identity, social media, and financial account alerts, plus other bonuses. The family has everything in the premium plan with coverage for an additional adult and up to 10 children. So the winner here is Experian. We love that you have free coverage to monitor basic information. We also love how many useful features come with Experian. Next, you have monitoring. Let's talk about monitoring. So LifeLock versus Experian Identity Works. Let's talk about monitoring and alerts. So when you talk about credit monitoring, both actually offer that, okay? Both LifeLock and Experian offer credit monitoring. You have financial activity alerts. They both offer that. You have 3 bureau credit reports. LifeLock offers that, okay? And so Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and so does Experian. Credit score, yes, on both programs. FICO score, no. LifeLock does not offer a FICO score monitoring, but Experian does. And both actually have credit lock and freeze, that's for sure. In terms of identity recovery, you have that also available on both. In terms of dark web monitoring, you have that as well. So that's really good. You have social media account alerts. You have social security number monitoring. Both offer that. Home title monitoring, only LifeLock does offer that. Experian doesn't offer it. And you also have address change alerts available on both. So that's really good. So LifeLock and Experian share a lot of similarities with one big difference. While both VantageScore and FICO are used to evaluate your creditworthiness, FICO scores tend to be used more over time than VantageScore, and Experian offers FICO, while LifeLock offers VantageScore. And so we haven't seen a lot of identity theft protection services that use FICO. So this is a deviation from the norm in a good way, okay? Additionally, Experian offers 3-bureau monitoring on its paid plans, while LifeLock only offers it on the Ultimate Plus plan. And LifeLock monitors your home title to alert you if it's transferred, which is good if you own a home. However, we don't think it's absolutely necessary, so it's not a deal breaker for us that Experian doesn't include it. So critical features like Social Security number monitoring, dark web monitoring, and the ability to lock your credit are included in both services offerings. So overall, both of these services offer the core alerts and monitoring features you will need to monitor your credit and personal information. So that's really good. I'm showing you right now on the screen. Here is a LifeLock alerts, a Notion alerts, LifeLock alerts, and I'm also showing you an Experian alerts. So bottom line here, that the winner here is Experian, because considering FICO is used more in the long term, we like that it's one of the few services that offer FICO monitoring and alerts. Let's talk about which is safer, LifeLock versus Experian Identity Works, right? You give a lot of personal information to identity theft protection services, so you need to know that what those services are doing with your data, right? And you also deserve to know how they protect the information that you entrust to them. Not only your information, but also your family's information. And finally, you deserve to know who has access to all that data. And so we're not in love with third-party sharing, especially when it's for marketing purposes. So basically, when you think about, let's talk about data security first. So LifeLock actually has two-factor authentication. So does Experian. Multi-factor authentication, LifeLock doesn't have it, but Experian does have it. Both services collect data, so something to really think about. Both services share data with third parties. Now, so Experian offers multi-factor authentication, which is not widely adopted as widely adopted as two-factor authentication. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency recommends MFA. Otherwise, these two are pretty similar, and we're not really thrilled with how much data the service collects and shares. While both services are transparent about data sharing, it's still not the best practice. So if you're worried about your let's say your data, you want to really think twice before making the commitment. Experian collects as much data as possible and shares it with various third parties. It's outlined very clearly in the U.S. privacy policy. So we expect your spam calls and emails to go away with this data sharing. And LifeLock isn't better, using all the data it collects for various purposes, including promoting the interest of its third-party affiliates. So something to think about. So the winner here, there is no winner. Actually, this is a tie, because even though Experian offers MFA, the 2FA used by LifeLock is comparable, which leaves these products on equal ground regarding security. So something to really think about. Let's talk about LifeLock versus Experian, compatibility and customer support. So first of all, you have the platform Windows, not a problem. So they are both on Windows. They're also on Mac OS, not a problem. Android, not a problem. iOS, not a problem. Okay. In terms of 24/7 customer support, Experian doesn't have that, but LifeLock does have it. In terms of customer support options, you have online guides, community forums, chat, and phone. And Experian has online guides, phone, question, submission. So this is something to think about. If you're not really in favor of that, this could be a little problematic. Okay. And so both LifeLock and Experian are user-friendly and have clean, easy-to-use dashboards. That's for sure. There's a lot to explore within each service, and we found that the information organization was comparable. Design is also important when it comes to identity theft protection. UI and UX are really critical. So we found that both dashboards were aesthetically pleasant and modern. The biggest difference we found was access to customer support. Experian customer service was kind of terrible. Phone hours are limited and there is no chat option. So if you're someone who likes to talk to customer service to ask questions about, stuff, you may like LifeLock better. I mean, basically on Experian, we tried searching for answers, but we mostly got blog post suggestions, and the FAQs on Experian were not very helpful either. So LifeLock offers more options, including a live chat. We didn't find that helpful either, as the tech team didn't seem to be well trained or knowledgeable. But the cool thing is LifeLock's community forums were incredibly helpful, so that's really a win. So long story short, if you think about LifeLock versus Experian when it comes to accessibility, LifeLock is a clear winner here. Okay, while we're not in love with the support we received in chat, the community forums proved helpful. So you always have somebody to help you, and that's an important element to think about. The ability to know that you have help available 24/7. That's just fantastic. So what is our decision here? LifeLock versus Experian Identity Works. Which one is better in the end? Basically, when looking between these two services, you got to really think about what really works for you, right? But for us, we realized that Experian Identity Works Experian Identity Works offers a free plan so you can get basic monitoring and a host of other features that we appreciate. Neither service has ideal customer support options, but both come up pretty equal regarding security and data protection. So we'll give LifeLock a shout out for the community forum, but nothing beats reliable, personalized customer support. So overall though, both of these options will give you a host of protections for both your identity and your other account. So while LifeLock offers $3 million in identity theft insurance, more than its competitors, both services offer remediation specialists to help you, so you won't have to navigate that alone. And so whenever you decide the best identity theft protection services keep you safe from hackers and identity thieves and give you a rounded view of your credit. And that's what you want to have, right? Some kind of protection. So if neither LifeLock nor Experian suits your needs, consider one of these alternatives. You have Aura, you have Identity Guard, you have ID Shield. The thing is that identity theft losses can destroy your credit, take significant time, effort, and funds to clean up, and possibly even land you in some legal hot water. An identity theft protection service will help you fix any issues and restore your identity with ease and assistance, so that's really good. And when you think about Aura, for instance, Aura has a lot of features. We also love the features like parental controls and lost wallet remediation. That's really good. We like Identity Guard for its reasonable pricing and social media monitoring tools. Identity theft protection can be pricey, but Identity Guard offers a basic protection that fits any budget. What about ID Shield? ID Shield is an affordable identity theft protection service that fits any budget. And so that's really good. And we love the fact that we loved the number of features and how easy it was when we tested it to use. And so check out this service if you want identity theft protection, but don't think it will fit your budget in the first place. So the closing arguments here. Into this conversation, I gave you a comparative analysis of LifeLock versus Experian. So I give you the review, the cost, the monitoring, and our decision. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.